Naomi Speedway, the legends, Richard Hampstead and Madison Down for clear through.
Welcome back to V8's Online's live coverage of Race of Champions 4, proudly supporting the Cancer Council of Australia. Jay Kennedy in the commentary box, in the host chair, and alongside me for the first time joining me, Matthew Barron. G'day, Squizzer.
Hello, how you going tonight, Jay?
Yeah, very good, mate. We've had to send Sandman off to go and get some throat lozenges to soothe his throat ready for tomorrow night, so you've stepped into some pretty big shoes.
Oh, I'm not sure I'm going to do quite as much screaming as he did, so...
I don't think there'll be quite as much. I think this race will be a little bit more tame. It's a little bit more of a driver's track than Iowa was, so we're at Atlanta Motor Speedway, another Roval, which is always good fun. I love driving on Rovals, and we're in the Radical, which definitely bring out some pretty good racing, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the infield section, it's not quite... It's actually most of the infield area, and then we join back onto the oval track, just not even into turn 1 yet, so you've got the whole oval to draft into turn 1 again.
Yeah, it's a massive massive track actually for a 2 mile oval. I think we've got a 4 kilometre track, so it's quite a big Roval. Covers, as you said, all the infield. 4.1 kilometres in length. We almost got that right. So we have got a compulsory pit stop in this race. The 30 laps in length. Now, one thing, while the drivers are only in the session, we'll say this hush-hush to ourselves, Quizzer. They might actually have to do 2 pit stops in this race.
That could spice things up a lot.
That's right. The drivers will have to be on their toes to recognise that they won't have enough fuel to make it with only 1 pit stop. So, should be rather interesting, this race. A lot of guys will be driving this car for the first time as well. Very, very fun car, the Radical.
I think this oval sections is going to show how good the Radical really is. I mean, you can see the guys now doing some laps, and they just... If you got 2 cars ahead, the draft is just... It's immense.
It should keep the racing nice and close. And then big, massive braking area into turn 1. See cars already slamming the fence at turn 1. Really, really tight back section, and there's actually a jump, which is good fun.
Oh, it's only a jump if you get forced over to the left-hand side. I think most guys will try and keep to the right a little bit, keep all 4 wheels on the ground, because I think that'll be the faster way through.
Yeah, I think when we're racing, we'll see guys right over on the outside wall and almost into the fence there. And but in qualifying, I think guys will come over to the left and try not to jump. 35 minutes into this session.
I think I just noticed watching a couple of guys. Some guys are using the apron all the way through turn 1 and 2 on the oval section. With some guys have just they're slightly just getting it up onto the banking, so that could be one to watch come race time.
I think some guys said depending on how you actually enter the oval section, if you stay on the apron and rejoin the oval in the wrong spot, you actually damage your steering.
Yeah,
so
the first
thing to be careful of.
Really have to rejoin after the white line starts there on the road. You got to run the apron for just a little tiny bit, and then you can just gently move up onto the banking.
They've got a question from a couple of viewers. Squizzer, how long did it take you to make all these skins?
I really don't know. I started.
Don't want to think about the hours.
I spent 2 hours yesterday saving all the cars, so that bit wasn't the time consuming one. It was putting the names on the cars, especially we got to put them in 3 different places and then resize them, because I know some guys here like Matthew Nethercott, Scott McLaughlin, they've got the really long last names which don't fit in with last names like, say, Corey Henger's last name was kind of short.
To see Mitch Abril on screen.
He came to the left there a little bit.
Yeah, didn't quite get a lot of air. He got a little bit of air, but not much. Let's see if we can talk to Corey Henger, who's a little bit higher in the timing sheets than he was in the last session.
He's got big carnage in front of him though.
Oh, yep, there we go.
Yeah.
I'm around. That was, I had some words to Barry after that one, I think.
There, how are you finding this, mate? A little bit more comfortable in this car than the car before?
Definitely. This is, you know how much I love the Daytona prototype. This is something a lot closer. Something very close to that is there's cars everywhere down there. They're all on the fence. Oh, there's just cars going everywhere. It's definitely...
That was Barry again, wasn't it?
I think so. It's a great track and it's an absolutely awesome car. I got my fingers crossed that the racing can be a little bit better than the last one.
Yeah, we've just been talking about whether you go left or right over the jump. You look like you're going right to avoid getting too much air.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's as fun as it is getting on two wheels. Oh, there we go. I'm actually going to spin here, yep. As fun as it is... Oh, there's someone coming. As fun as it is to get two wheels over that jump, I think you've got to go to the right to make sure you maximise your speed down that straight. But so this is an absolute ripper little car around this track.
It took us through a lap, mate.
Oh, I don't know if it's that safe. Hang
I'll
on.
put the pump.
Alright.
Put the pressure on you now.
So, well, this is probably the hardest part of the track. I mean, it's flat out 6 gear. Pretty difficult, very technical as well. But no, I like it. Good draft around the oval. No one in front of me though. Cruise along here, then coming into turn one is absolutely insane. I mean, this thing, you just got to, 250 odd kilometers an hour. Wait for it, turn it in, hit the brakes. And don't go too wild like that. Hit the bumps. The front left wheel's bouncing around. This one's a hard one because the road just tightens up on the exit there really quick. Great corner, it's one to the right hand side of the car bumping around on me. Oh, bit of understeer there. Oh, there we go, I'm off the track.
Do the jump, do the jump.
Oh, I could have. But there's the jump there. This is a cool little corner here too, yeah. So bumpy and twisty and... Oh,
Daniel goes off the track ahead of you.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Oh, you gotta try and stay down low here, otherwise you've been steering up high, not sideways.
Well, that was wild.
It definitely hasn't been a very fast lap, but it's a lot more enjoyable than a late model around Iowa, I'll tell you that much.
Now, you're going to try and find a drafting partner, obviously, for qualifying?
Nah,
Maybe two?
Nah, I should be right. Well, I'll go, mate. I don't need none of that. I'll just do my best and do the best time I possibly can, and I'll pass him. If I'm faster than him, I'll pass him in the race. Make it interesting.
Don't forget you got a compulsory pit stop too, mate.
Oh, there you go. No, it should be good. I think it's going to be a much more enjoyable race. I think as a whole, the car's a lot nicer to drive. I know everyone seems to talk up the late model, but I think it's a little bit average. I think it's a much more enjoyable race, and I definitely think that it'd be good for you guys to commentate on, and good for everyone to watch.
Well, we'll let you get back to it, mate. Good luck. Have fun.
All right, I've just gone off. Thanks, Jay.
Well done,
Got a
mate.
fast lap too.
Oh, sorry. Do you want to stay here then?
Nah, you've killed it for me now. No, good luck with the call, guys.
Talk after. Thanks, mate.
Cheers.
The Shane
Just
Van
noticed
Gisbergen now goes to P1. Sorry, Squizzic, yeah?
I was watching on Corey's onboard there. We watched him come through turn one there, and it was two cars exiting the pits. That's going to be one to watch in the race. Big carnage that could cause.
You're going to have to be really careful at pit exit because it's so tight coming out of the corner.
We've got cars fourth gear, 200 kilometers an hour coming through there as well, mixing with the cars that just come out of the pits on 70.
This is a good track though. I'm really enjoying this combination. We'll see if we can go to Chris Tarrant just coming out of pit lane. So show you how tight it is. You've got Sean Kelly just ahead of him and a car coming around turn one. Fast, who is that going past?
Oh, there's a lot of cars in that one little pit
Oh,
there.
the car's spinning behind. There's a big carnage right behind Tarrant. There we go. That's what we were just talking about.
It just took
That
one
could
car.
very easily happen in the race.
Took one car coming through turn one just to mix it up with four cars that were exiting the pits.
So Van Gisbergen currently P1 and Muggleton, Tarrant, Osborne down Latham, Abril, Cox, Nethercote and McKnight, the top 10 at this stage. There'll be another 15-minute qualifying session for this race. All the drivers will be on track at the same time. And Latham there with Stu Wood. Latham goes around. It's Mitch Abril in car 4. Currently P7.
He gets lucky enough here, he might have 2 cars ahead of him to draft down around the oval section.
That's what he's going to have to try and find in qualifying. Get out behind a couple of cars that you know you can trust. You close right up in the draft and should get the racing nice and close, which was the plan for this race.
You see that he's just using the very low line on the banking. A couple of cars ahead of him still in the apron, so that definitely could be something to watch in a race.
Yeah, by the time you exit the banked section of that corner, if you're actually on the banking, you're going to have faster speed, but if you're on the apron, you're going to get to that point quicker. That makes sense?
That makes sense to me.
Oh, good, because I confused myself.
It's all about the run off the corner or the mid-corner speed.
Anton De Pasquale moves up to P3. Mitch Abril does his best lap while we were watching him there.
Van Gisbergen gone even faster now, 113.3.
Yeah, 113.3, that's a quick lap. Next in Muggleton with a 13.6.
Only 2 though to go in the 1 minute 13 region.
Representing our crew, V8's Online crew, Corey Hengard 19th. And Daniel Bryant yet to do a lap, I believe.
Daniel's
Now the driver out there yet to post a lap. Is he?
Yep,
Oh, missed him.
116.8.
There he is, yep. Needs to pull his finger out.
Just waiting for a spot to merge on the track.
Daniel Bryant, how you going, bro?
Good. I'm actually really liking this. It's a lot funner than what we were running before, and you can really push this thing. And it feels like you're losing control, but if you just hit the accelerator, it just grips up. It's awesome. So much fun.
And what's your plan of attack for? Well, you're coming up to the jump. Are you going to try and launch the car through the jump, or are you going to run the inside and?
Kind of take the inside line a bit there, unless John O'Barry's in front of me. Then I'm going to try and hit the back of him and hitch a ride. So it's been planned already. I'm just trying to time my laps with his. And I said, look, if I'm running low on fuel, man, I'm just you just tap the brakes over that hill a bit, and I should be able to hit the back of you, and we'll just hitch it. And he said, yep, all right, done. So it's planned. If it works out, brilliant. But there's a good chance that both of our races are going to go to hell if we try it.
And what about running on the apron? You going to stay on the apron, or are you going to go up onto the banking?
So much more speed on the apron. It doesn't even if it didn't shake your car, like you can get up onto the banking without damaging your car, but you got to take it really slow. So it's just faster to hit the apron and go around. But the amount of draft that you get here, you can almost gain half a second, if not more, on the oval part, so which is really cool. Although the leader's probably not going to like it, because it doesn't matter what you're going to do through here, they're going to have someone right on your tail again.
You're just talking about Slipstream, and we just had it on screen with John Latham and not sure who that is in the 43. Nathan Britton. Good use of draft there to explain it well, as Latham runs way off the track.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the track, Daniel? You love this track?
I really like this track. The only real scary part in this car is this corner that I'm on at the moment, coming onto the bank. It's really quite slippery. I almost ran into Clayton. But like, here's probably if you got the cameras on me now, if probably have a look at how much draft you get coming onto here between me, Corey, and Clayton. Like, it just drags straight up, and so like obviously
See it from the onboard view, closed right up.
Yeah. So you can make it.
You're going to end up being 3 wide at the finish line.
Yeah. Here we go. Go 3 wide and see what happens. This could end bad.
Excellent, well.
And then straight back into here.
Corey's in the fence.
Oh,
No, he
he's
missed
kept
it.
that together. He's actually.
Oh, good job.
He's so excited about this radical. Like, I think I've heard him giggling like a girl from my room. So, I mean, yeah, really, really quite cool.
That's a big house you live in too, so.
Yeah, I know. That's scary, isn't it? That, that I can hear him giggling. But yeah, so much fun. Really
Oh, good luck
enjoying
out there, mate. We'll talk to you after.
it. Yeah, definitely.
This is actually looking like it's shaping up to a really fun race. It's a fantastic car, the Radical, and if you are on iRacing and never had a go at this car, definitely one to have a try. It's a very, very different car, but it's definitely a car that you can really race and attack.
It's probably a lot like the Star Mazda, which the guys may or may not be using tomorrow night. Except this one's got lots of downforce, but it's got a lot more horsepower than the Star Mazda does.
Yeah, also hearing comparisons, it's like a powered down version of the Riley DP as well.
Yeah, definitely.
If anyone looking to get into the Grand Am series but aren't quite confident in the high-powered car of the DP, this is definitely one that you could practice on. Muggleton on screen, currently P2. There's still Van Gisbergen and Muggleton, the only guys into the 113 bracket.
Muggleton's got Chris Green all over the back of him. Look at the draft. He was many, many car lengths back, and he's just about going to get him. He probably will get him at the line here.
We're going to have a fantastic finish to this race, no doubt, tonight. It's going to be right down to the wire. You can have 3 or 4 cars come into that final corner. Oh, Muggleton gives on a little bit of a hit, and they're into the fence, and he goes around. Oh, wow. I'm not sure who that was that's ended up flipping. There's a car in the fence, car 17. And Terry Nightingale Jr. was the green car.
That's the pit exit there to a T.
Yep. So it will be interesting with the compulsory pit stop how that unfolds. They could see a lot of mayhem from guys pitting out a strategy or pitting out a turn and coming back into traffic. But as we said, guys don't know how it's going to react and how much fuel they will use when it actually comes to the long run and whether they'll need 2 pit stops. There could be a bit of fuel conservation coming into play here too. Would leading coming into the last lap, you think, be a benefit, or would you prefer to be second?
I personally would prefer to be second. You know, you get the big draft all the way around the oval, and then if you're lucky, you can time it right, get a bit of side draft, and just pull yourself even further ahead. But then I guess it depends how good you are with the side draft or how good you are at watching the mirror.
Yeah. Well, checkered flag is now out. We're about 3 seconds away from qualifying getting underway. As we said, Van Gisbergen, fastest time.
Because you've got Scotty McLaughlin all the way down in 41st. Didn't quite make it into the 1 minute teens. He did a 1 minute 20.5.
Now we're underway for this 15-minute session.
Looks like everyone's gone out here in qualifying at once.
Yep. Look at the gaggle of cars everywhere here.
The colour mix is good though, I like that.
You've done well, mate. You've done very well. Made it nice and easy to work out who's who with the colours on the cars. Chris Tarrant on screen. Big thanks to all the hard work he's done for this Race of Champions. It's probably been the most quickly organised Race of Champions. A couple of weeks ago we weren't sure if we were having Race of Champions or not, but I put it together within 2 or 3 weeks and we're all going, and amazingly we've made nearly $2,500 for the cancer council in doing it.
That's definitely a very good effort.
Oh, Tarrant getting a really good run from his teammate Stu Wood. Slingshots him out to start his hot lap. I think that's a tactic a few of the teams will use. Working together. Tarrant's been quick in this car watching that practice session.
Mid-corner speed there through turn 1 was 160 kilometers an hour over all those bumps, like Corey was mentioning before.
See if he goes to the inside or whether he just jumps the car. He's going to take the jump. A little bit of air.
Closing
This
in on
S
Jono
section,
Barry
which
ahead of
is
him.
really fun. Yeah, he'll get some good draft off Jono, and behind him there is Anton De Pasquale, who's a teammate of Tarrant, so they've worked together here very, very well.
It's going to be 3-car draft here.
Yep, De Pasquale's going to get a really good run to the finish line.
See De Pasquale there hugging the white line where Tarrant was on the, just on the base there of the banking.
Here comes Tarrant. Around, oh, almost contact there with Barry.
Oh, De Pasquale draft behind them. They're too wide. It's going to create a bigger hole in the air for him.
Tarrant crosses the line at 1:13.8.
Oh, De Pasquale,
Barry just goes
1:13.1.
straight ahead. That's a quick lap from De Pasquale, and he's just been pipped by Van Gisbergen, who does a 13.12.
Shane and Muggleton there getting together.
Yep. Muggleton currently third. There's cars everywhere coming out of the pit lane, and there's guys on their hot laps trying to get around.
McLaughlin there running all by himself. Done a 1:14.3.
Corey Henger now up into P6. He's out, continuing on another lap, coming up behind Marlon McMullen. Good work by me, ruining his lap.
Oh,
I'll pay
nothing
for
new
that
though,
later.
Joe.
No. Sean Kelly currently P8. Looks like he's going to have to do this lap all by himself. He's got no one to draft with. Daniel Bryant
behind him.
closing up behind him. Yeah.
Daniel all the way back there. He's still actually getting some draft. Not much though, but he's still getting just that little bit.
It's going to be enough to keep the field really, really close together. Kelly, a little bit too much on the inside of the apex of one and spun him around. Very aggressive through turn 1. Justin Ruggie has moved his way through the field now. He's up into P3. 1:13.4 as he launches the car over the jump.
Oh, off to the grass there.
James Stevenson a little bit behind where he was in the last race. Currently in P13, but he's going to get a good run. Couple of cars.
Got Dylan Carroll ahead of him there. He'd be in perfect spot for a big draft here.
lap time recorded there for Stevenson, so not sure what's happened there with that lap. Maybe an out lap. Either way, he's got a good run into turn 1. A big incident between Muggleton and not sure who that was, another red car.
Damien Butler, by the sounds of it.
Yep. Teammates getting involved. Been a nice looking lap from Stevenson. Nice and clean, but as we said, he hasn't got the draft partner, so he could lose up to a second just in not having that draft. Don't forget, guys, we are supporting the Cancer Council of Australia tonight. If you would like to donate, doesn't have to be much. If you've got a couple of dollars sitting around, feel free to donate. Head over to our Facebook page, facebook.com/V8s online. There is a donate button right in the middle of the screen. Can't miss it. Click on that and that will get you in the right way to donate and help us support the Cancer Council of Australia. As I said, we've raised just under $2,500 already the last couple of weeks, so fantastic job from everyone supporting us, helping support the Cancer Council of Australia. Van Gisbergen's just started his lap.
He's got
He's
Scotty
going to come
McLaughlin
up to
all
some
behind
traffic.
him.
Yep. Yeah, McLaughlin's getting some good advantage from his draft. Dylan Carroll behind as well, so 3 guys from the ANZ Motorsports team. Van Gisbergen coming up on Daniel Bryant. Has come out of the pits. He's looking like he's got to get shunted out of the way. We'll go back to Anton De Pasquale now. He's in P2. He's just crossed the line starting his lap. A 13.173.
He didn't really want to get much wider there at the exit turn 1.
No, he's almost off the track at turn 2 as well. Oh, look at the air. Anton's going to get a really good run here. No. Car's
Cox pulls out of the way.
head's moved out of the way, yeah. He'll be actually very upset about that.
Oh, he's pulled out.
He's boarding his lap. So from that draft, looks like Dylan Carroll may have got an advantage on his lap. We'll go to Justin Ruggier. Halfway through his lap. Going to be doing this one with no help. No draft.
There's a couple of cars there
14.2.
exiting the pit lane.
Oh, look at the bouncing over those bumps, and he's going to. Oh, they just get out of the way right in time.
Split the cars there, like Moses.
Oh, and it's all come to the end. Go to Muggleton. Not sure if he's on a lap. I think he might be on his out lap. Doesn't look too. Although you do need to start your hot lap very, very, very early. Just looking through the time, Chris Osborne finished right up the front of the last race, currently 41st. Best time of 1:25.6. So Matthew Hill back in 38th position, another name that we'd expect to be a little bit higher. Clayton Brooks back in 30th, you'd probably expect him to be a little bit higher as well. Still no change up the front. Brad Ryan has moved up though, he's up now into 7th position. The top 10 at the moment with 3 minutes to go in qualifying is Shane Van Gisbergen, Anton De Pasquale, Justin Ruggier, Josh Muggleton, Madison Down, Chris Tarrant, Brad Ryan, got McLaughlin, Corey Hanger and Dylan Carroll, top 10.
Just watching Chris Osborne here. He's got a 2-car draft from in front of him. He does a 13.72.
Good lap. Moves to 4th for Chris Osborne. 13.7, gets stuck in the car park. Moves Muggleton back to 5th position. He's in a bit of a battle with a couple of cars to try and find a bit of room. Leave one of them against Daniel Bryant. And Daniel's gonna get pushed again out of the way. He just keeps getting involved in that one corner. Not much time left either. Daniel, do you keep getting involved in that same spot with drivers all the time?
No, they hate me. They hate me. No,
I can hear. You can tell.
Yeah, yeah. It's just it's hard to get a lap. To get a good lap, you need someone with you, but people just keep crashing in front of me, so I'm always left kind of out to dry.
Crashing in front of you. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure they're crashing into you from behind.
Well, I've had a couple of incidents where they've actually crashed into me. But then the Gisbergen one, not completely my fault. I was kind of following a slower car at the time, so but yeah, I hit the curb just a bit wrong coming into that chicane bit there, and Muggo had a bit more speed. And yeah,
a bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. You
just
hit
a little bit.
this thing, and it's just bad. But other than that, it's all right. It's good fun.
It is good fun. It's a good fun track. We should see some good racing.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna make for awesome racing. Especially you guys have probably seen a lot of guys going 3 wide. In the draft, you get behind someone else gets in behind you, and they just go 3 wide. But it always seems to end in absolute mayhem coming into that first corner.
Yeah, I don't know whether we'll see a clean race or another crazy one, so good luck out there, mate.
Yeah, I might just keep trying to stay at the back, I think. That's my plan. I'm actually really good.
Shane Van Gisbergen on another good lap. Looks like he may have just ended that lap through the S's there. Bit of a bounce off the curb. Car's facing the wrong direction around him.
It's got Brad Ryan, Madison Down ahead of him.
Yeah, as I said before, you need a couple of guys ahead of you can trust, and I'm pretty sure he'll be able to trust those guys. Oh, car smoking.
David Hingston.
Not sure who that is. Don't know how you blow the car up there. The checkered flag is out.
Oh, Van Gisbergen, 12.938.
Great lap from Van Gisbergen. The only driver into the 12s. Not much left in the session. Trying to find out who's still on a pretty good lap. Chris Osborne still coming around, currently in 5th. I don't know if he will improve though. Hasn't got anyone ahead. .14.5, so big difference in the draft there. Blows it up as he goes across the line. Stevenson up to 11th. Craig Sparks already finished his lap. Christian Elwood's just crossed the line. Looks like that's the end of the session. So the current grid as it stands at the moment, we don't know what will happen, whether we'll have reverse grid or reverse top 10 as we've had in the past. But at the moment, it's Shane Van Gisbergen, really good lap of 1:12.9. Anton De Pasquale second, Justin Ruggier third, Scott McLaughlin, Chris Osborne, Chris Tarrant, Josh Muggleton, Madison Down a little bit further down than we'd expect. Brad Ryan, Mitch Abril, James Stevenson, John Latham, Corey Henger, Dylan Carroll, Rob Hartley, Ben Rothberg, Craig Spark, Michael Fabian, Lewis Dottermead, Sean Kelly, Christian Elwood, Troy Cox, Mitch McLeod, Dave Hingston, Matthew Nethercott, John Emerson, Reece Gardner, Marlon McMullen, Marty Atkins, Lee Ellis, Stu Wood, Matthew Hill, Chris Green, James McKnight, Guy Leach, Damien Butler, Clayton Brooks, Simon Black, John O'Barry, Rob Leet, and Terry Nightingale and Nathan Britton round out the 42 drivers. Capacity grid. I don't think the track takes any more drivers. We've got Corey in for a quick chat before we sign out for a couple of moments. Happy with qual, Corey?
Yeah, a lot happier than I was before the late model run, or after the late model run rather. 31st wasn't great, but 12th, no, pretty happy. I mean, that was with no draft, so I think if come the race time, it's gonna be a lot harder for them to break away with the draft now. So I think I got enough speed for top 10. It's just about making sure no one runs into me again like last time.
And Daniel, you've done a little bit better as well.
Yeah, I didn't end up seeing if I actually got a quali lap in. It was pretty hard to get one in, but my practice times were a lot faster than some other guys, so should be good fun. I think a 1:16.3 or something was my final lap time, which isn't brilliant, but still faster than a few other guys. And hopefully I get to take out John O'Barry in the warm-up.
Well, we won't be far away from the warm-up. We'll be back in about 2 or 3 minutes' time with the race 2 of Race of Champions 4 here on v8online.com.au.
To the line, it's Ben Cornett over Shane Van Gisbergen, Madison Down, and Josh Muggleton taking the win at Homestead Miami Speedway, the legend.